Storm watch coverage continues here on the Weather Network. The BC South Coast has already seen over 30 centimeters of snow. More is on the way. Southern Alberta, you're in tap to see over 40 centimeters. We'll give you a quick forecast update. And then we're going to check in with Suzanne Leonard, who has a pretty interesting story on an ice crack on the Antarctic that's over 160 kilometers long. And when this ice breaks off, it'll be bigger than the city of Ottawa. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But the BC South Coast, still active weather, still snow on the way as we head into Sunday. Sunday night into Monday may see a bit of a break, but another push of moisture will send in some more snow. We've got frigid temperatures in place across the prairies. Wind chills making it feel like the -30s. Those cold temperatures are going to be sticking around for much of the week, and we're also dealing with that snow. So southern Alberta, you could be seeing closer to 40 centimeters, areas like Pincher Creek, Cardson, Lethbridge. Southern Saskatchewan, likely dealing with about 10 to 20, but the little bit further north you go up towards Saskatoon, Edmonton, you could be escaping with just a trace to maybe a centimeter or two. We've got a powerful system on the way to the Great Lakes. This is set to bring in significant snow, some freezing rain, ice pellets, and rain, and then plunging temperatures behind it, and it will move into Atlantic Canada, bringing in more active weather. Could be dealing with some more freezing rain, hopefully nothing as prolonged as last time. Okay, here's Suzanne Leonard. Well, we remain in storm watch here at the Weather Network. I'm meteorologist Kelly Sonnenburg. We've got a big upper level low churning off the west coast. This is bringing in rounds of moisture down towards the BC South Coast. We've already seen reports of over 30 centimeters of snow through interior portions of the Fraser Valley, and that is going to continue as we head into Sunday. Monday, we'll see another push of moisture and even a little bit more active weather as we head later on into the week. Now, temperatures are frigid across the prairies, and this is going to continue through much of the work and school week. We could be dealing with wind chills in the -30s, and unfortunately those temperatures are going to be sticking around, and we've got some snow to talk about as well with these cold temperatures. Upwards of 10 to 20 centimeters of snow through southern portions of Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Southwestern portions of Alberta could be seeing over 40 centimeters. And another system that we're set to watch for the Great Lakes as we head into next week. This could be bringing in freezing rain, even some snow. But Chris St. Clair has more details now.
We are in storm watch for a major system that has moved into BC. We are talking about the most impactful snowstorm that we have had so far this season. I'm Michelle Mackey, joined by meteorologist Kelly Sonnenburg. Walk us through what's going on here, Kelly.
Well, we've been seeing widespread snow across the South Coast through the last 24 to 48 hours, and it's not over just yet. This is a look at our additional snowfall on top of what you've already seen, 20 to 30 centimeters, Michelle, and more on the way in through the interior. Areas could be seeing close to 50 centimeters of snow.
And we are seeing some of this snow track across the Rockies into the Yukon Quest. Let's check in with Deb Matigichka, who's on location in Whitehorse.
Thanks for that update, Deb. And Michelle, good news for Whitehorse because conditions look to be close to seasonal, which is -10. So definitely frigid, but they're used to that up there. And conditions should be fairly quiet, mainly sunny conditions for much of the week, but not the story in southern portions of the prairies.
Now, that area of high pressure that's keeping things clear to the north is actually not just southwestern Alberta that's getting into it. This is going to be a widespread snow event across the southern prairies, and it's really looking like
up towards Edmonton. I was looking at it with our meteorologist behind the scene, Tyler Hamilton, and Edmonton may be getting away with just a trace of snow. Pincher Creek, you could be totaling up to about 40 centimeters over the next 24 to 48 hours.
So really no surprise. It's an indication of a couple of things, not just snow, but also some very gusty conditions. For southern Ontario, a fairly weak system moving through Sunday.
A very weak clipper moving through Sunday, dropping maybe 5 to 10 centimeters over towards areas like Ottawa and Montreal. But extreme southern Ontario, just some light snow. But we've got more active weather ahead. We'll talk about more of that coming up. Well, the BC South Coast has already seen over 30 centimeters of snow, so I think that definitely warrants storm watch here at the Weather Network. Kelly and Michelle here with you. And this is a look at some of our other snowfall totals. This was as of 4 p.m. on Saturday.
And you know what? You mentioned that. More snow on the way. That's a lot, but we could see more. A little bit of warm air for coastal areas in the extreme south. Sunday morning, likely to see some scattered flurries. Maybe a break on Sunday afternoon.
Fingers crossed.
But it doesn't end there because we know Monday it returns.
Yeah. Taking a little bit more of an eastward track, so the heaviest snow will be through the interior, but you can still see an additional 5 to 10 centimeters through the lower mainland, and this is going to continue as we head through Monday. give yourself extra time on the roads. You're going to need it.
Yeah, now through the southern interior, 40 to 50 centimeters of snow due to that track of that next low pressure system that's moving in. But let's take you to Abbotsford.
I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to either.
It's the weekend. You're allowed. But Monday morning, you might want to get a head start on that before Monday morning.
I think so.
No, it's not just BC. We're seeing that snow. It will be the heaviest, but really for southern Alberta, that's where we have some snowfall warnings, even some winter storm warnings. This system for southern Ontario, maybe not as impactful.
No, Hamilton, he said the world's weakest clipper is going to be moving in on Sunday. Just a trace to maybe a centimeter or two in southern Ontario. Ottawa, Montreal, you could see maybe 5 to 10 centimeters out of this. A little bit of lake effect, but then a more powerful system on the way for Tuesday.
This is a dynamic system. Straight snow to the north, fairly light, and we'll see snow initially for southeastern Ontario Tuesday morning. That'll transition to freezing rain by the evening, but we're likely to get into some of that freezing rain further to the south earlier on in the day. And we also have an active storm pattern setting up
for the island. Could be seeing over 10 centimeters, maybe locally 20 centimeters of snow. Strong gusty winds, temperatures quite cold, and then that next impactful system for the Great Lakes, that'll move in by mid next week.
Now, if you look closely here, this is our freezing line. So yes, we had a devastating situation over the past week or so with thousands of customers in the dark. Watching the track of this very carefully. Now it's looking like this is going to be mostly a rain event.
That's where temperatures are actually going to get well above normal for this time of year, 5, maybe even 10 degrees above your normal average. So we'll see a quick burst of milder air, but then colder air will move in behind that as we head into a late week.
Spring is just around the corner.